A lot of you women, you run around here thinking shit is sweet, and you don't want to hear the truth. Well, if you come across Painless videos, you're going to hear the goddamn truth. And like I say, hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. But this cousin of mine couldn't do that. So by me saying that about Russell Wilson, again, in her mind, I was calling her man a simp. And if you heard me moments ago, I said she is not of the ratchet ilk. I'll give her that. She has ratchet tendencies, but she's in the military. And I know, one of those professional baby mamas. One of those ones that can't cook. And that's what's wrong with a lot of you young black women. Like I said in the beginning parts of this video, I make a clear distinction between mothers, our grandmothers and mothers that cooked, watched kids, hung clothes. And now you got these black women out here that can't even fucking boil water. And how many of you men are fucking eating Popeyes and Taco Bell every night because your woman is too fucking lazy to cook or she don't know how to cook? And you wonder why many brothers are choosing to deal with other women, excuse me. What value do you bring now? Now, to my sisters out there that are taking care of your business, and let me just say this, we're adults here. If you're offended, then you're probably part of the problem. I don't get mad when I hear people talk about dusty Negroes out here. You know why? Because I'm not a dusty Negro. I despise dusty Negroes. I said they're nuisances. I've said that. And I expect black women out here who are not of the category I mentioned not to be offended as well. In fact, what you should do is you should hold your sisters accountable. That's what you should do. Don't be mad at the messenger. Don't be mad at Painless. You need to check down on your sisters and school them. Because if I don't say it, somebody else will. So it's going to get said. But yeah, you women who can't cook, and like I said, and a lot of these women are relationship junkies. She was supposed to get married to a different dude 2 years ago. Now she's pregnant by another guy and engaged. I know another female who I grew up with the same way. Multiple children. And they engross themselves, well, I got all these degrees and I go to so-and-so church, bringing all types of dudes around their house because they're relationship junkies. And many of these women have daddy issues. That's a little thing that's not talked about. A lot of these women have daddy issues. So they try to compensate and fill the void by having men around, no matter what type of men. And they're they feel the need to have, they want this, this Cinderella, this Cinderella story. But you can't be Cinderella doing Shaniqua shit. Okay? This the same female, my cousin, who bought a house with a dude she didn't marry. Again, thinking that she was going to coax him into staying with her. And this just shows you the logical thinking of many young black single mothers these days. How the fuck are you going to buy a house with someone that's not, you're not married to? If you had his child and he didn't marry your ass, why the fuck would you buy a house with them? These are the things I mean and I talk about. You know, and like I said, a little bit about social media. If you can't handle shit, stay the fuck off social media. Yeah, I'm a little angry because this is a female that never says anything on my post, but this particular time chose to, she could, like I said, she could have easily walked the fuck on by or engaged to see where my head was at and have a meaningful adult debate. No, her first reply is to put out personal business of mine and then tried to schmooze it over. And what's so messed up, guys were like, man, that's fucked up what she did. They could see through the lines. They're like, yeah, Painless, man, I know stuff about you, but I would never say no shit like that. But I know how she gets down. It wasn't really a surprise. But it's interesting how people get so in their feelings. And then her younger sister came on, and I just had to block their asses. And I don't like to treat family like that. But in this case, they brought it on themselves. They were disrespectful, like a lot of black women these days, uncouth. And I look at their lives. They're not married. The youngest one, she's not married, but her situation is just as fucked. This one in question is not married. She's pregnant now, engaged. Was supposed to marry a guy 2 years ago. Her baby's daddy, she bought a house with him. He didn't mess with her. And then you begin to say, and she can't cook, like I said. She has a very smart mouth. And people like that usually don't have a lot of friends. And, they're really love to post this Jesus stuff and Jesus that. She's one of those. She's one of those professional sisters, that are strolling to church with her illegitimate children and fucking just act like it's all good. So, it is what it is. But I'm a lot of you women are losing. Like I said, a lot of you all are losing. It's just, some may say this is, borderline, kind of hateful, but no, it's just the truth. I don't even comment on her stuff because, I'm not into all that puffery and fake Jesus worship shit that a lot of young black single mothers love to do to fill a void or to make themselves feel worthy. Like I said, many of these women are full of shit. All these, a lot of these women are full of shit, all on this Jesus kick. Overly religious. Always posting scriptures and shit. A lot of these women are full of shit. And I can see straight through your fake ass. If you were so damn Christian and saved and Christ-like, you wouldn't do the shit that you did. But see, I know it's a ploy. Because I know a lot of black folks use religion as a front to hide their fuckery. They're not genuine. They're not humble. It's a front. And just because I don't want to play your game and I can see through your bullshit, I'm public enemy number one. And I've talked about how people, when you begin to talk with some sense, and people can spot that they can't pull shit over on you, they'll leave you the fuck alone. If you really pay attention. If people think they can't run the fool on you, they will leave your ass alone. They will but that's the beauty of it, because they will automatically weed their asses out your life. You don't even have to do nothing. When you begin to talk with some sense, oh shit, I can't fuck over that nigga Painless, man. Motherfucker talking. I don't know where he learned that shit from, man. I ain't fuck with that nigga, man. See, when you begin to talk like you got some sense, people ain't gonna fool with you. They're not going to come to you. That's why a lot of families know not to ask me for no goddamn money, because I'm gonna ask, well, what you need it for? See, I don't just reach in my back pocket and start shelling out dollars. I need to know what the fuck's going on. And I don't give money. I don't loan money. If I give it to you, I don't want to deal with it. Don't ask me. It's done. I don't loan money. I'll give you money, but I ain't going to loan you. But I'm very, very selective about who I give and why I give my money to people. Just like I said, a lot of you women out here doing that GoFundMe scam bullshit. You know, my kid need this for this. Can you donate this? In the meantime, you just trying to go get your hair done and buy a skirt so you can run to the club and get knocked up by another no good nigga out here. No thanks. Not on my dime. I ain't the one. And see, I know women hate and despise guys like me, because they know they can't run. They know they can't open their legs and coax me in, because I don't want their ass. First off, I'm married. But even if I were single, they know they can't. They know they don't have the power of the PUSSY over me. Okay, and since you can't cook or clean and you don't have anything and you have extra mouths, you're really at a disservice. You really have no bargaining chips. It amazes me how guys out here would talk, man, I'm going to kill myself if she don't take me back or mess with me. And I investigate the chick. I run a background check on the chick. She has 2 or 3 kids out of wedlock, a crazy nigga baby daddy, just an associate's degree, and she's a clerk at fucking CVS. Like, man, why are you tripping over this chick that brings nothing? I mean, look at her pedigree. Look at her pedigree. This chick work at fucking Walgreens checking items and shit. And with 3 illegitimate children and can't cook or clean. And you talking about you're gonna kill yourself if she don't take you. Nigga, get a fucking grip. You need to get a hold of yourself, bruh. But you got a lot of guys out here doing that stupid shit. You know, I talk about dating, how you don't need to freaking spend money on these women. Now, I'm all for courting women, and expressing interest in women. I think men are natural leaders, and men need to take charge and take. You need to take point on this shit and lead the way. I think men need to do that. But since you got so many effeminate, lazy, scary, simpish ass men out here, a lot of these women want to wear the pants. See, like I just said, a lot of women despise guys like me because, truth be told, I'm like and I love saying it, I'm a Ronin. I'm a rogue. I'm like the last of a dying breed. I'm a fucking alpha male. I am. Now, I respect women. Women have their place. And my message is to you uncouth, sassy mouth women that think you choosy. You ain't choosy. You have no, you have, your stock level is plummeted. You have no leverage whatsoever. But a lot of you women out here are fucking walking around acting like you got some pull, like you holding. Your ass, you ain't holding. Yeah, so I know a lot of women don't like me because they know they can't pull that bullshit over me. Take that shit down the road to Mr. Simp down there. Take that shit down to Splackavelli down there. I'm not the one. And women will automatically leave you alone too. And it's funny because this cousin of mine, she knows to steer clear of me. She knows. Because I'm not with the bullshit. You can pull that shit on some of my other family members. But you see, and this is the thing. When you got your own house, money, cars, like I do, and I'm not bragging, you don't have to apologize or appease no fucking body. Now, I'm not a jerk, but you see, a lot of dudes are inarticulate. They let these women back them the fuck in, talk to them all kind of crazy, and then the next thing you do is you grabbing this chick by her weave and slapping her upside the head. Now, Officer Whitey McDuffie is throwing your ass in a fucking clink for the weekend, and you're up on domestic abuse charges. You won't be able to fucking buy a weapon. You won't be able to own a weapon. Now you're screwed. Your first line of defense under the Second Amendment is non-existent because you let this female get inside your head and fuck you up. Now you're putting this chick in a fucking full Nelson because you weren't able to respond accordingly. And that's what a lot of these women do. And I tell you men out here, if a woman puts her hands on you, if you're married or in a serious relationship, charge her ass. Don't ease up. Don't fall for the power of the PUSSY. You charge, and all these women that like to jump up in guys' face, you can judge the situation accordingly. But you file charges on her ass, you get a police report, and you don't let up. You go to those court appointments, you make sure her ass feels and thinks about the next time she tries to put her goddamn hands on another guy. Many guys just fall out. This is like with child support. They stop showing up, and then when they get their checks, and they see that shit is garnished, and they like, wow, what happened to that $513? Because you didn't go to court and fight these child support freaking hearings. That's what's wrong with a lot of niggas these days. They don't like to deal with paperwork. They don't show up to appointments, but then get mad and want to kill the chick like these brothers are out here doing, killing females over child support. You better take your ass to them damn child support hearings and do what the fuck you got to do. And I know I'm swearing a lot, but I'm kind of pissed, man. All right? You hear me? I'm kind of pissed. But you take your ass to them goddamn child support hearings and do what you need to do. Don't let these females get inside your head and, buy 5 minutes of uppercutting this chick is then fucked your life over. And she's laughing to the fucking bank after her shit heal. But she's laughing to the bank. While your ass, you're a felon now, you can't own a weapon, now you can't even get a job because this female done said some shit out of pocket and you done went upside her head. See, don't go out like Boo Boo the Fool. You need to be cunning and 10 steps ahead of these women out here, especially in the society we live in, where women are rewarded for their fuck-ups. Men, you need to be on your damn P's and Q's in peep game. That doesn't mean disrespecting women. Like I said, you know, women, I'm not an anti-female. I'm all for alleviating and you know, just moving around the bullshit. Because you have so many pussy hounds out here that go through so much shit. And I usually can sum a female up in about 2 minutes of me meeting her. And those women get no love from me. They get none. So, you know, like I said, it's been some interesting course of events. But don't let these women fucking back you in. You need to take charge. And, you know, and look, Painless, I don't argue with women in public. To me, that makes you look weak. I walk away, and if you want to talk, continue, because a lot of black women love to get in men's heads. Just put your hands on me, and I'm going to sue. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to charge you. That's how you need to handle this, man. So if they don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. You want to bust out windows? That's what a lot of these women love to do nowadays. Get mad and come to your house and bust your windows and key your car. They got these things called smartphones, guys. Utilize that shit. Get TROs. It's not weak. You need to play to the system. Because we don't live in the Stone Age no more where you can knock the shit out of some women and be done. And I'm not condoning that. But now it's about paperwork. It's about, just like Omar Epps said, whoever get to the phone first. That's how it is. And many of you brothers are slow getting to the phone, and these women are like the flash to the phone, calling up Officer Whitey McNulty, and he's throwing your black ass in jail because you didn't want to look weak. Man, I will file a police report. Yes, officer, she struck me. Look, do you see these scraps? It's not weak. You need to play into the system. It's not playing. Actually, you're using the system to your advantage. The laws are there to protect people. It's just a lot of you guys are DDTing these chicks on their damn heads because she didn't. You're so bad because she didn't said some shit that got under your skin and you have no damn reply. But no, your reply is to grab her by the throat and throw her into the damn kitchen sink. That's your reply. But you know, we know what happens when you do that. So don't play with these women, man. But these women will continuously find themselves alone. You know, I believe my cousin, she's going to be alone. I don't believe her, you know, because I just know how she is. And the unfortunate thing, there's a lot of young black single mothers running around here loose cannons having illegitimate bastard kids and getting mad at guys like me that point it out. You see, I would never fall for nothing like, not at my age. You know, I talk about brothers, you know, if you're out here slinging pipe and you're 41, 42 years old and you're having sex with these 29, 28-year-old or 25-year-old females, and now you're now you're paying fucking child support. You're paying $513 a month for a child to a 28-year-old who's a fucking CVS clerk or works at fucking Walgreens, who drives around in a little Ford Fusion, and she doesn't have shit. You go to her house, she doesn't even have a fucking bed frame. She's got mattresses on the floor. No kitchen table, stools for a couch, and a TV with 2 kids running around. But since you wanted a big booty and a smile, now you're 42 years old, paying $513 to a fucking Walgreens clerk that doesn't have shit to her name. True story, by the way. That's sad. That's pathetic. Now this chick is on her 3rd child. You're 43, paying child support to her ass, and you don't see now one of the other 2 daddy's kids around nowhere. But since you had a little clout and you were targeting, and she said, oh, I could go after him, or he retired from General Motors, I could go after him. Now you didn't sail through General Motors, taking trips to Vegas, taking cruises, going to the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Belize. You retired from General Motors unscathed. You meet this 28-year-old Walgreens clerk with a nice body, get her pregnant. Now you gotta pay fucking $513 goddamn dollars to this no good, uncouth, no skilled having female. That's fucking sad. I swear for God, that shit is sad. That's sad. And like I said, that's a true story. So that's why I talk about guys like Russell Wilson. He has no and you know who I hear talking the most shit? You single mothers. It's only you single mothers. You have single mothers that don't comment on shit, but as soon as I put that Russell Wilson Sierra shit up, oh, they came out the woodwork. Because I hit them. Because I put the mirror up in their face and said, this is what the fuck you are. And they mad. I ain't even had to call their name. And it wasn't my intent to offend. We all entitled to our own opinions. Like I said, if it don't apply, let that shit fly. But they can't. There's absolutely no reason why Russell Wilson should have been messing with that female. All these women out here. But he's a simp. And I'll say he's a simp. And for you guys out here, there was one dude that left a comment. I could give a fuck about Russell Wilson and Sierra's relationship. I'm doing commentary. I'm doing my opinion. I can give a fuck where he puts his penis at. So miss me with the, man, who are you? Why you worried about what another man do, man? You do you. Nigga, I know that shit. Why the fuck are you worried about me, so-called worried about him?